Hi, it's Chris Fuller and Elizabeth Hamilton-Guarino. She's going to wave at you. Boom. And we wanted to tell you a little bit about our fantastic project this year in the year 2020. Amidst all the chaos, we've accomplished something beautiful and amazing. And here's the fun fact about our story. We did not know each other 8 months ago. We'd never heard of each other. We're from two different countries, two different coasts, and we found each other and collaborated and made this journal. So how did that happen? We met in an online group on Facebook. And what skill did we want to learn?
Zoom.
Zoom.
I still don't have it.
I didn't get. I'm like, I will make it obvious.
Wait.
I'm going to tell our story. And we're on Zoom, so it's perfect. We didn't know how to Zoom, and I had written in.
I'm old. Sorry.
I feel like it's totally fine.
Keep going.
I feel like I'm the last person in the planet who doesn't know how to Zoom, and turns out I was not, because Elizabeth also wrote in and said, I don't know how to Zoom either. So that's how our friendship started. We Zoomed, and we Zoomed every day, I think faithfully, for 2 weeks, trying to figure it out. We were on silent, we were on mute, we didn't have speaker, we didn't have audio, we had husbands and sons and all kinds of help, and now look at us Zooming like pros. That Zoom experience, we started to get to know one another and started to realize how many things were parallel in our lives. Not just that we love cats, and we both have the middle name of
Marie. There, I got it.
That time you nailed it. And so it's so funny when we do these, because we're both talkers, and I would say I probably take the lion's share, because you're a fabulous interviewer and you do this thing called letting the other person talk. It's so beautiful. But when we get together, sometimes I'm like, can I lead? Can I be the dance partner leader? And can I talk a lot and maybe give you a little slot, and use it wisely, Elizabeth, because I'm just going to steamroll you after, but
No.
roll with the punches.
No, I think we have a lot of fun. And we get stuff done, and we help other people, and we've got kindness activities, and I mean, so much
and gratitude. So our two platforms, that I was about to get to those similarities. Best Ever You is the name of Elizabeth's, and mine is called Your Life Sparkles. And even the names of them sound and are pretty much what they are: a positive platform that speaks to loving yourself, being your best, and finding sparkle and joy in your life. It doesn't mean that you have to be perfect. It doesn't mean that you have to be Pollyanna Sunshine, but it's just, what do we do? What tools do we have in our toolkit that help us be our best selves constantly? And this journal was a collective effort. And in this journal, we launched off of.
Oh, no, it froze. This is part of learning Zoom, is when this freezes. So we're still recording. And
The Best Ever You 6 principles.
It's
Am I back? Okay.
Yeah, you're back. But this part of learning Zoom, like, you know, when you're working from home, stuff freezes. So keep going.
Yeah. So the core principles, the 6 principles are the core of you, all about your values; the art of you, which is all about your inspiration and your talents; the heart of you, which is about your emotions; humanity is the compassion of you; and then the last 2 are the sport, which is your well-being; and the spirit, which is your mental well-being and your spirit. And those.
Yeah, no, keep going.
Oh, I thought it froze again. Those 6 principles are what we centered this journal around. And so having those guide us, we made chapters. And now we have written, designed, and self-published this within 6 months, in one of the strangest years of both of our lives. And so much has been going on for both of us. But we still were able to get this done with kindness, love, patience, working together. And I would say it was really magical how we didn't have these conflicts and blips. We had maybe difference of opinion, or thought it should be like this instead of this, but we always managed to communicate really well and figure out what was going to be best for the project. And we both consider ourselves so lucky to have met one another. And then this is the first of many projects coming. Yeah. And the other great thing about this is our journal released in July, and then that same month on Amazon, it went to a #1 bestseller, because people responded so well to it. And they really, if they know me or know Elizabeth or follow us online or social media or your radio show, you start to get a sense of who we are and what we're all about. And so when we released this journal, people were really excited, and
it's still trending. But, you know, it's still trending in the top 100 consistently week after week. And that says a lot, because there are millions of books on Amazon. There's like 10 million books or something. I don't know the exact number, but I mean, millions of books. So we really appreciate you. and we hope this is helping you. And we, in the journal, this is the one thing I wanted to make sure people know is, like, in the journal, in the first few pages of the book is a private Facebook to join. So the instructions are right in there. And Chris froze again, so I have this beautiful picture of Chris. Hopefully it comes back, because I can probably, yeah, there you are again. But I was just telling them about the private group, and you know, we're still learning. We have to learn technical parts of Zoom too. She just froze again, so I'll have to watch this back and see. Keep going. Let's end. We can end.
Everything, sure. Everything's evolving. Facebook, Zoom, and so we are doing this Zoom video to let you know about our journal, to thank you for supporting us and loving us and being with us on this journal journey, and to encourage you to get a journal for yourself, because it makes a difference. It's 52 weeks, a prompt a week, so it's a year-long journal, and it's a get to know yourself. What are you doing that you want to amplify and do more of? What are you doing that you want to change? Where are you? And so it's just a really great journal, and we're very proud of it. So
yeah, I would use this. Like, if I hadn't written this, I'd buy it and use it. And I heard somebody yesterday said, oh, I bought it as a gift for someone. That brought like sparkles and smiles to my, just was like, oh, that is actually cool. Because that's what you want to have happen, is for other people to say, hey, I got this journal, you should have one too. And even, I think people might even start to form their own little journal communities. Women, I think this is perfect for like a women's group or a book club or something like that. And like, if that group has their own way of doing the journal, that's fine too. Maybe somebody could check into the private group too, or whatever. So many ways to use this. I'll be really excited. I know it's a pandemic setting, so the group is going to be, you know, maybe not so in person and stuff like that, but I'm hearing people are using this in different ways.
So we're just so excited about it. And we
I know.
are in this notes in the comments, we're going to be sharing the links about the journal, how you can find out more about them on our websites, and how you can get in touch with us, and of course a link for you to be able to purchase your very own journal as well. And we would love it if you bought a journal, bought one for a friend, and shared our video, because how we continue to do the work we do is by your support. So it really means the world to us. We just thank you so much for your support, because we wouldn't be here without you.
Okay, and one more thing before we go, if we don't freeze, let's talk about the Cup of Coffee initiative, because I think that goes hand in hand with, you know, all the coffee on this, because we give out free journals too.
Yes, we do.
You know, we have giveaways for these, so this is important.
Yeah, so we do giveaways every month, different things. Sometimes it's a mug, sometimes it's a journal, sometimes it's a book by somebody else in our network. We like to mix it up, but what we do when we give stuff away, it just brings us joy, but brings that person joy. We now have an initiative called Buy Me a Coffee, and we'll put the link here. You can buy a virtual coffee or 2 or 10 or 20 for Elizabeth and I, for our networks.
At least 2 though, right?
At least maybe. We will drink them in your honor, and they'll just be homebrew. But the money that you would be giving with the Buy Us a Coffee is money that goes directly to us, getting items and purchasing items and sending them to someone who needs a little sparkle and a little joy in their life. So we do the contests via your newsletter, via the website, on social media. We'll get you to nominate a friend who could use a little sparkle or use a little joy. And this month we have 2 going on. So we constantly are looking for ways to give back. And certainly in this environment, in this climate, getting something in the mail is kind of like the way to do it. You know, in the past I
froze. No. Keep going.
Have taken something to somebody's house or work, but with COVID and health being on our minds, we were thinking, what can we do? How can we still have people involved? And so this Buy Me a Coffee is a way for you to be involved. And then just know that you can follow and you can see the things that we're giving away. And if you have someone to nominate, or if you yourself need something that we're giving away, follow us and check it out, because we're all about that community of giving.
Yeah, and so we'll end, but we just want to check in and say hello to everybody. But I also want to mention Sally Huss. She did a beautiful job with contributing illustrations to our journal. It's a full color journal. I hear a lot of journals are not full color. So it's
got those
beautiful.
hearts and mugs and
and you know, and kudos to Chris Fuller for her design work with this. I mean, Chris put this together. This was not easy to do. It was a big learning curve to some extent, learning a new program.
Oh yes.
Yeah. It's beautiful and absolutely gorgeous. And so I'm really just grateful to both Chris and Sally for everything they did to bring this to life and in people's hands. So
likewise,
really
likewise to
I gotcha.
Okay,
Anyway,
all those links and all those things will be in the comments, and I think that's Elizabeth and us signing off. And have a beautiful day. Be kind to others. Be kind to yourself.
and be
Bye for now.
grateful. All right, take care, everybody.